Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Today we're gonna be watching... the Nintendo Direct, and also the Ubisoft thing. I think the Ubisoft thing happened. It happened earlier, like it happened a few days ago actually, but I think we're gonna go through the Nintendo Direct first. Hold on a second, let me just make sure everything is good before we start reacting to it, I guess. Let me see. I miss when I used to have a bot that did this for me. But I'm just, I need to let everyone know in my Discord server that I'm live. There you go. I hope everyone is well. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Let me just bring up a little chat window right here so I can see you guys. Okay. Oh wow, this... Hello, Splarty. So hello, fans. Okay. This direct is #1 on trending, huh? Okay. Oh my gosh, 4 million views. Yeah, I managed to catch a bit of it, because I think it started. Oof! I just heard a bone crack. Oof. But yeah, this was streamed like at. It was like in 10 in the. For me, it was like at 10 in the morning. That was loud, really? Man. Yeah, I'm like a skeleton. I'm like a spooky skeleton. Like I'll just like move around a bit and I feel like I'll like creak. I'll like creak like I'm a rusty mannequin. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I'm healthy, but it's just like a thing that my body does. I've gotten used to it. Okay. So yes, this is... Yeah. I was like... I was actually listening to it on my way to class. See, 10 a.m. ET. Not a really convenient time for me, so I wasn't able to catch all of it, but... Hello? When does it start, actually? Hmm? 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 This isn't right. Do I need to refresh? Why is it broke? Hmm? Hmm? I see the timer moving, but the video isn't showing. What is going on? Eh? Hmm? Okay, that's weird. Oh! Is it just like not loading? I mean, my internet is fine. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's see if anyone else. Let's see if anyone else streamed this. I don't know. I don't know why it's like. Here's the Japanese version. Oh my gosh! Look at like the worldwide versus like the Japanese version. The rest of the world loves Nintendo, huh? So I don't know what's going on. I just want to play the stream. I don't... Hello? What if I play it like at a really low quality? Refreshing doesn't work? I can try again. I don't know what's going on. This is fun. I don't know how to solve this. I can try doing it in an incognito tab. I don't know if that would help or not, but I can try that. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it hasn't been enough time? Like it hasn't been enough time for the stream to like process on YouTube's end. Are we gonna have to watch a reaction to the direct in order to be able to watch it? I think that's what's happening here. Like we're gonna have to watch a reaction to the direct. Okay, but I don't know any like Nintendo YouTubers, so yeah, that's what that's what it looks like it's gonna be. Alright, Nintendo Direct me to reaction. I can't believe I have to do this. So we're gonna have to like we're gonna have to listen to someone else. Look at this guy's face. Yeah, thank you, YouTube. Wow. Let's go. Whoa, okay. I like this video works fine. I gotta love that. And same for you. Yeah, it's just like we're gonna have to watch a reaction of the stream just to, you know, see what's going on. Okay, so the first game.
Just absolutely shocked by it all.
Our world
He's shocked, guys. He's shocked.
But now, I sense a resurrection. The binding weakens.
Yeah, the first thing they showed off was Fire Emblem. Guy looks like a Joy-Con. Very cool.
The visuals look way too good for a Switch game.
Oh, because this is just rendered.
Are we announcing Switch 2?
No. You're getting a bit too ahead of yourself, guy. Yeah, this is just like rendered cutscenes. Like it's not actual in-game whatever. Like they just animated this outside of the game, and it's like and it's just a video. And I think they're gonna have some.
What? Engage?
Yeah, this is what it looks like in game.
1,000 years? That's how long I've been asleep.
What are those horrible things?
Follow-up's gonna be called Fire Emblem
If I may.
Influencer.
You are a divine dragon.
Fire Emblem
A member of a
influencer.
Yeah, that's a Switch game.
dragons revered as deities.
The war. The Fell Dragon.
Sorry. Okay.
I
It's,
feel like
it's
I
getting a
can
bit crusty.
misremember, but
Fire Emblem. Influencing.
the ring. Marth, right. Sigurd,
Leave it to me.
They have like a ring or an
It
earring
is rather
that
quiet.
Someone needs to sell
like
me on
fusion
Fire Emblem.
dances with ghosts.
I
What?
never really understood it, you know? Like it seems like some sort of like strategy game slash like a
The ones on
turn-based
Voltron
thing.
shit?
One strike will decide it all.
I don't really know.
Please grant me your strength.
You know, I'm really glad that Fire Emblem's made it all these
She asked me
years
to gather all
without
of the rings and
that
bring
really
peace back
heavy
to
anime
Elvis.
influence. You know, I'm just really happy that it's just like a straight spaghetti western and it hasn't, you know, been heavily influenced by popular anime. You know, it just shows the test of time.
Oh shoot, I was muted. Maybe it's called engaged because of the ring. I just like don't really know what's going on though. Oh, that ring.
Heavily influenced
I missed it.
by
I missed that
popular
first time
anime.
around.
You know, it just shows the test of time of its very powerful art style and gameplay.
Really? It just looked like kind of a generic anime game to me. I mean, this guy's cool, I guess. Some people are like, too colorful. It's cool, you know. That kind of like outlandish color thing is kind of like popular nowadays, I guess.
Visuals.
But it
Wow.
gets even
Oh,
tougher
this is crusty.
when they're turned into dolls. To get their bodies back, they'll brave an onslaught of challenges where working together is the only way forward.
The color
Team up and
scheme of
cooperate
your
with a
flag,
friend in
really?
this critically acclaimed
What is it,
two-player
red,
I
white?
still really have to have a
Okay.
sit-down stream
Even the
with
bumpiest roads
What?
with
travel
JJ where we
someone
play
on
through
your
this thing.
side.
Sorry, I'm bad with
Everyone
Everyone says this
countries.
is like the best, one of the best co-op
I don't
games
know what
ever.
country that even
Experiences
is.
around every corner.
You know,
In addition to single
I don't know how
system
long
play,
it is.
The game can also be played on
Red,
two
blue,
systems
white,
via
yellow?
local wireless or online with a
The
power
Philippines.
pretty
Oh
great.
god. Okay, that makes sense.
Help Cody and May
Yeah,
return
Yeah,
I've
to
heard
normal.
like
nothing.
I couldn't tell you like the flag of like any country that's not like the USA and Japan, because like Japan's just like a dot, right? It's just a circle on a white background. And then like Italy and Mexico, because like they look so similar that like Mexico's flag is just like the same flag except it has a little emblem on the front. Same colors and everything. And then that's literally all I know. I don't know any
But
other
great
flag.
things
Oh,
about-
I think France is like blue, white, and isn't it also red, white, and blue? But it's like it looks like the other flag. I have no clue.
This game. No,
Oh yeah, and Korea's flag as well.
nothing
Yeah.
but great things.
This looks like awful.
It Takes Two launches on the Nintendo
Hi, Mari.
Switch system
11 hours, one
November 4th.
playthrough. That's pretty long for a
Pre-orders
co-op
begin
game.
today.
That's
This game already exists, though. I thought, doesn't it? Yeah, it takes two.
actually
Nintendo
fairly
eShop.
chill.
Just coming to the Switch and it looks horrible. Well,
Nice little
as it
made
must. Switch is just like a uploaded smartphone.
outfit.
So it has to look awful.
This isn't the Wii U game, is it, chat? This is a new one, right?
Use the camera obscura to repel evil spirits and uncover the memories that were sealed away. A dark
This is Fatal
curse
Frame
looms
5 or
near.
6?
What ancient
Is it loud enough for you guys?
Old
Can you
one
like
just
hear
never
it?
released here.
I really wish
Mask of the lunar
Fatal
see.
Frame. Yeah, Fatal Frame is like an old. It's like an old horror game franchise where you take pictures of ghosts.
just for the first time.
Okay, yeah, it's a bit annoying. I wish I didn't have to listen to this
And
guy.
then he said it. Then he said the words I was waiting to hear.
There's a new hero who looks mechanical. Introducing Wave 2 of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass for the Xenoblade
I
Chronicles 3
could not care
game.
less, but okay.
This is Ino.
She
a
looks
new
cool.
Hero. She appears to be mechanical.
She looks like a bug.
Complete her quest to have her join your party. Expanding your options for classes and battle strategies. Challenge battles will also be added. Test your mettle in consecutive battles against tough
Hello.
enemies. Defeat
Yeah.
all enemy waves to earn rewards.
This kind of game is like, I don't know. It's something. Oh, SpongeBob.
Almost the very fabric
Yes.
of the universe. In this
Fucking
3D
finally.
platforming adventure,
We
you'll
did
travel
it.
through portals to
We
7
fucking did
outlandish
it.
wish worlds, like prehistoric kelp forest and Wild West jellyfish fields. Explore using
Was
all
this
sorts of
SpongeBob
wacky moves,
64?
don over
Or is
30
this SpongeBob
fantastic
Country
cosmic costumes,
64?
and meet your favorite Bikini Bottom residents
It looks
from the
like
TV
SpongeBob
series,
Country
voiced by their
64.
original actors. Soak
What is he
up
talking
SpongeBob
about?
SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake,
Man, I hate
launching
like
on
Nintendo
Switch
channels.
next year.
I swear, like, show a Nintendo channel like a real video game and they'll like disintegrate. I couldn't imagine like
What?
only playing Nintendo games.
Box with
And I
familiar
mean, like,
characters from
Oh.
Fist of the North
What is-
Star.
And Steve is
They'll be
down.
your
Steve already bought it.
instructors in exercise mode,
What?
leading you through various boxing drills. Defeat
Damn.
as many enemies as you
Like,
can
I like
with
them, but
just
if
your
it's like the
fists
only thing I
in
was able to
battle
play.
mode. Or take on rivals in boss battles, including Jaggy. Fitness boxing, Fist of the North Star.
SpongeBob with
launches on
different
Nintendo
pants?
Switch, March 2023.
That's a good point. I don't think I've ever seen SpongeBob wearing different pants before. That's interesting. Or no. It's either he's in his pants or
Oh, it's like-
he's in his
A small
underpants.
box
Or he's wearing
washes
nothing.
ashore
Right,
on a
it's like
ruined
all of
island.
those games
Brave
that
the
are
unknown in this isometric
jeez, what were they
action-adventure
called? The one
game.
that
Your
still
only
isn't out
clue
that was
here
on
is the
PlayStation
manual.
that had a demo
Traverse the island's interconnected realms to retrieve its missing
that's
pages.
still missing.
Yeah, I thought this game already came out as well.
Gang, well, it's like jeez, like a year.
I really-
Mission remakes. Full
So this
remakes
is,
of two front mission games are
These are all just like remakes and old stuff. Except they're porting it to the Switch. The Switch is like so weak hardware wise that it's kind of hard to make anything new
only 20
for it.
years. A beloved
So
farming
everyone is
experience
just like, let's
reborn.
just like port old games to it
Welcome
and
back to
have it
Forgotten
run at like
Valley.
30 FPS.
Here, you'll manage a farm.
You know it's bad when you can't even play like PS3 games at like a stable 60 FPS, right? Like if you ask me to play a game but it's only locked at 30 FPS, then like I just like won't want to.
It's down to you by your
Like I
farm.
won't be able to play it for more than an hour, I
Restore
think.
and
Water some
expand
shit.
your farm as you nurture crops. Care for your friendly
Massage this
animals
fucking
and
cow.
help the land flourish.
Wow, thanks for the input.
Eat the pigs.
Befriend the townsfolk.
Run
really
at
hate this guy.
15
Your future those over the years.
This is like
Your
I've
child
known this
also
guy for like
chooses
10
a
minutes. I
career
already hate him.
based on how you raise them.
I wish he'd just like
What?
not talk.
An especially wonderful farm life in Forgotten Valley.
Okay, this is
lies
like-
ahead.
Yeah, Story of
A Wonderful Life
Seasons.
launches on Nintendo
It's-
Switch.
And then there's like Harvest Moon, and then there's Animal Crossing, and then there's Stardew Valley, and they're all like basically the same game, right? So I just don't like see why you'd play this over Stardew Valley. Cause I like everyone says like praises that game so much, so like, and that game's on the Switch as well. like this game is kind of like, unless it adds something huge, which it doesn't from the looks of it, then there's like no point in it unless like you just grew up with this franchise.
Harvest Moon.
I just don't get it, right?
There's a billion Harvest Moon games that are not Harvest Moon now.
That's literally what I just said. But thank you. Okay, this is Splatoon.
Apparently this game is the best-selling Switch game in Japan in the first week. Right, Splatoon 3 came out.
I believe that. There's like all of my, almost like all of like my like half the VTubers in my sub feed are playing this game. And also
And
half my
it sold
VTuber
3
siblings
million plus copies in
are just
Japan
playing this game. And they've been playing nothing but this game, and
the
I'm
first,
just like
few days.
and I don't
It
even
is
know
the
what's going on
best-selling
when I
Switch
watch
game.
it, so it's like
In the fastest period of time ever in Japan. Like,
but yeah, this
holy
franchise
shit.
is huge in Japan.
3.45 million units in 3 days. You gotta understand, Japan does not get that kind of sales on a lot of games.
Which team will you
They
join?
really don't. It's
Wonder
their
why.
Call of Duty. Yeah, that's like, actually, that is the
Are you not going to
comparative,
play
right?
Splatoon? I don't have a Switch.
Plan for
It's literally
Splatoon?
Like I don't think you can convince me to buy a Switch.
their Call
But
of
that's the
Duty.
problem, right? There's just not enough.
It's
There's,
kids'
there's not
Modern
enough
Warfare
reason for me
2.
to get one.
Wow.
Like I just be everything I'd want to play is already on the computer, so
I'm not allowed to
There's
play
no
it
reason
because
for
I
me
never
to
became a
own a-
squid or a kid in the first one,
to
so
own a
I was
game
denied
console.
access to 2 and 3.
it's so hard for me to talk over this guy.
As for me, I've already decided. I hope you'll all participate as well. Next,
The
please take a
Pokemon
look at
games?
this.
I grew up with Pokemon, and I actually grew up with like all the Nintendo consoles as well, like GameCube, Wii, DS. So yeah, okay, this is Octopath Traveler. I don't care. It's just a JRPG. Weird. Another Farmville. Okay, cool. What is this? Another JRPG. Cool. Mario and Rabbids. This was already. This is just a sequel of a game that already exists.
Enjoy more quality time with your in-game
Another
friends.
JRPG. Cool.
And there it is. The
I know a lot of people like Rune Factory. I don't. It's not my kind of game.
I don't know what
And here they're re-releasing, or they're adding a bunch of new they're adding a bunch of N64 games to their emulator. They still look horrible. They couldn't do anything to like improve the look of this.
Party 3.
Wow.
Like if you have to, you're paying for a premium service, so I don't know why they can't just like at
Wow.
least make it like 16:9 aspect ratio, you know?
Is this gonna be online? Wow!
Oh, wow.
Shut the hell up!
I guess it is pretty cool how like a lot of them have like multiplayer. Like for the old Mario Party games with the old Mario Karts, for example, you can like play them online. That's pretty cool, I guess, but it requires you and your friend to have this like expensive subscription. So it's just not really feasible.
Wow!
Why not
You know,
mix
on top
things
of
up
owning a
with
Switch
these
to begin with.
Nintendo Switch games?
Wow.
I just
That's
rather play
crazy.
Best life
a
on the
game
newly discovered
that, you know, I
continent
already have
of
access to.
Andalusia
That might
in
be
this
the biggest
immersive
announcement of this
RPG.
show, right?
The form of
I
a
mean,
one-
Golden.
I'd hope not. If the biggest announcement is that you can now play an old game that's like 20 years old, that most of the people excited for it probably already bought when they were younger, right? But now they have to buy it again, like through this subscription service, and now they can finally play it. I don't know. It's just weird.
resources. Eventually, you'll construct multiple.
And what is this,
production lines.
Factorio? This is already a game
Why
that's
are you
been...
leaving?
Planet's creatures will attack, so keep
This
them
is a
in
game
mind.
that's been out for like a decade,
Factorio
pretty
launches
much.
on Nintendo Switch, October
Why would
28th.
you leave? Look it, you created everything.
A young girl named Ib visits an art.
And this is
Good.
Ib. This game is literally like 20 years old or something. Like, this game is so old. And it, look at it. Look at it. Like, I feel like this is not
Stay
news.
here.
In this 2D
I mean,
exploration adventure,
sure, this game might be like
she
very
wanders
beloved,
through a busy
but like
gallery by the artist Square
anybody, like I think
until-
I think
This
like
is
a
like-
I think a 14-year-old amateur like programmer could have ported this game to the
Piece
Switch.
draws
This-
her in.
This event so far is like, no
Will she
kidding,
be able to
full
safely
of like
return
an
to her
absolute
own world?
metric ton of
Every
like
decision
tiny
affects her
RPG
fate
story
in
experiences,
Ib.
you know?
Launching on
Like super
Nintendo
like
Switch,
niche
spring
genre games, and I feel like that's what the Switch is now, because the Switch is like we're practically in the Wii situation again.
Yeah, it's so weird because like the Switch is like part of it is like, oh, look at these huge franchise games that like everybody knows about. And then also look at this like small like niche thing that nobody cares about. And there's like no in between, right? You get none of those like in between games that like are that have like fan bases, but like I don't know. Right? Like you're not getting like Call of Duty or any of those beloved games on the Switch. You're just getting like the big Nintendo games and then like 3-man studio
And there's just so many people
little
that
RPG.
are making its install base that you can have an audience of people that, you know, will play all these ridiculous like niche stuff doesn't go
And
away.
I feel like there's almost no overlap as well. Like the people getting the Switch for the niche games are like almost never playing like these big titles, right?
You know?
The final
I don't
summer
know.
begins.
Is that Genshin?
ある予感がした
Did you say is this
You know that all of this
Genshin?
stuff will carry directly over into the next system.
I know this game. This is just another port as well.
Was this
When
Genshin?
strange islands
No,
suddenly
it wasn't.
appear,
It looked
Or is
so
this a
much
port?
like it. I'm sorry.
Or is this a sequel? I don't know because it looks worse. You can't even tell nowadays, right? Because like, let's say like, oh, the 1 and 2 were on PC, and then if for whatever reason the third game is on Switch only, which could feasibly happen, that happens all the time, where like a sequel will be console locked for like either ever or just like a considerable amount of time. And now it just looks worse.
All right, it's a farming game.
So you can't even like, is it a sequel?
Pending danger,
You can't even tell just by
sprawling
looking at it.
landscapes set the stage for your
Here's Mario Kart. You got like the Mario Kart Netflix, basically.
Yeah.
can also
I think like the total cost of like all the boost, like these course passes was
be
like,
purchased
Problem
on
is they're
its own.
Crazy
expanding the same
insane.
game. Your legacy skill is now like 10 years old or
was
some
that?
shit.
I don't know what this guy's talking about. I wish he'd just shut up. Well, I found this humorous as well.
Play at the same time.
This
on the
Nintendo
same
Switch
course with
Sports.
survival golf. Those
It's
were
finally
those
getting
modes
golf.
will
Like
be
it didn't
fun.
have golf
Is this
before.
like just
We
generic?
previously announced that the update
I think golf was like one of the most beloved games on like Wii Sports. I just don't understand why you couldn't just have this. Like it doesn't look very complex, right? It's golf. It's golf. Look how basic this looks. I don't know.
would release this fall. However, we'd like a bit more time for development, so the
We'd like a
planned for
bit
this
more time
holiday.
developing golf.
Please wait
Something we've
until
already
approval
done like 10 years ago with the Wii.
longer. Next, we have a special guest. Mr. Miyamoto.
Oh, okay.
To tell us about your fucking
Hello,
movie.
It's been a while.
Mhm.
I'm Shigeru Miyamoto.
Sorry, I'm a little bitter.
I have a few
Me
things I'd
too,
like
but
to
I'm bitter
share,
about you.
Fucking
including some
movie.
news.
Or Chris Pratt.
This
First,
guy
as you
makes
may
me
have
more
heard,
bitter.
the Super Mario
than
Brothers
this
animated
actual
movie we're
presentation.
developing with Chris Meledandri from Illumination will release
Ah,
next
Chris-san.
Let's tell you what, we got Robert De Niro to play
and Super
Waluigi.
Nintendo World, which is entering its second year at Universal Studios Japan, will also open in Hollywood, California, in the U.S. Recently, we've been
Cool. Will now open in Hollywood, California. Thanks. I'll never go there. I think I have more of a chance of visiting the one in Japan. And their borders aren't even open. That's how little I want to go to California.
Flowers.
Okay,
Here's
and
a
here
quick
they
rundown
talk
of
about
the
their
game
stupid
for
mobile
those who have yet-
game. Look, you can go outside, gamers, touch grass,
How
take a
many
shower.
I
steps
swear.
along
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Here's your new fat ass Pikmin. Pikmin Musuo?
And this is Pikmin. I didn't grow up with these games. I thought they were weird, so I never got them. I never asked for them from my parents.
Dude, Miyamoto will not let he fucking loves Pikmin. Just fuck F-Zero, right? Fuck all that
That's
other
right.
shit I love.
I feel like if he loved it, then he would have made a game. Because, like, I think they say, like, it's like
Pikmin,
it's like
he
the first
says.
one in 20 years or something like that. I feel like if he loved Pikmin, then he would have he would have made a Pikmin game before this, right? I think it's just like they got their marketing team around and they're like, "All right, guys, I think it's time to make another Pikmin game." Like, cuz like people have been asking for it, and you know, it's easy free sales, right? Like, even if it's like the worst, most generic basic game ever, people are still going to buy it on the basis that it's Pikmin. So, yeah. He doesn't love Pikmin, whatever. Their little like board meeting decided that it was time to make another Pikmin game. This is Just Dance. I can't play this on the stream. I can't play this on the
I think
stream.
they're trying to tell us something.
After this presentation,
They're like, you better figure out these critical life skills.
Oh, this looks.
You're gonna need them.
What are you?
But also buy a Switch.
Save data
Oh my god. I'm sorry about it. I wish I could have just. I would have just like watched the whole thing, but this guy is driving me crazy. So I have to skip through it. Okay, this is Bayonetta 3. This is actually pretty cool, but I'm gonna have to wait until it comes to PC because I'm not playing Bayonetta on the Switch. Sounds miserable. This is cool. It's like a.
dive into these unsolved cases as a trainee.
It's
of
like
the detective
Danganronpa,
agency.
but not Danganronpa.
Thoroughly inspect each crime scene to gather clues and evidence. When you're ready, Shinigami will
But then again,
find you
I was
around
never a
to find the crime
Danganronpa
scene to
fan.
the truth.
We got
So,
5 minutes
I
left.
don't
What
care.
is the big thing that they hold out for?
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4 gameplay?
So no one dies?
Infestations
Sure.
of mysteries.
I mean, I think this game is literally about finding out how people died. So, unfortunately, people die. Here's
Cloud
The
Evil.
latest installment in the Resident Evil series is coming to Nintendo Switch as a cloud.
here's
version.
Resident Evil Village, a game that's already been out for years, but now you can play it
Village and
on
its four
Nintendo
Metal Gear
Switch.
Solid Twin.
Just make sure you have a gigabit internet connection, which is like not. I don't think most people can even, like, most people do not have good enough internet to stream a cloud game.
Nintendo Switch.
So it's kind of dumb that they even well, I guess it doesn't take a lot of work, right? Because they just have a server set up somewhere with a bunch of games on it. It's like almost no work at all. Like, they don't have to develop anything for it.
Curious to
So,
like try what
It's
this-
it's like it's not even news. They can pump them out. They can make every game a cloud game. Like,
This is
it's really
like,
almost
right?
no work at all.
It's probably just like a 720p video feed.
Oh my gosh, they can't even get these games on the Switch. Hello, Exumi. I feel like they can't get anything to run on the Switch nowadays. Like, it's just hopeless. They need to
It's an action-packed
Oh, is it working? I hope it is. It's not working for me. It might be server based.
Additionally,
Thank
the other
you.
recent entries in the Resident Evil series
There's
will
not
be
much left
available as
anyways, I
cloud
don't think.
versions on
They
Nintendo
talk about
Switch.
Resident Evil for
Yeah,
a
I'm sort
billion
of
years.
curious. 18th for
Recruit a team of shipwrecked heroes
They talk about
and
this
make
game
their
that I don't
way
care
out of
about.
December 3rd.
forces
More
to
anime.
science. To stop them, a person known as the Chosen One must ascend the Tower of
Wow.
Salvation.
I really hope that's true.
Lloyd
Oh god, that looks so bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is like the most popular Tales of game.
Chosen One and his childhood friend in this beloved
Oh, it's another... Okay, it's another port. Oh god, it looks so bad. Here's Kirby.
Or not.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe is coming to Nintendo Switch.
This is a game I've already played, I think.
One day,
On the
a
DS?
spaceship crash lands on
There's
planet
been like
Popstar.
15
To help
fucking Kirby
Mandalore
games
return
this
to his
year.
home planet,
This is a
Kirby and
remake
his
of what, the
friends
SNES
set
game?
off on an
Oh,
adventure.
SNES, really?
In addition to sword, whip, and other familiar copy
The
abilities,
Wii
a
game.
new
Okay.
mega copy
The Wii
ability
game.
makes
So
its
it's a high
debut.
resolution version of the
Blast
Wii game.
foes from
Oh, it's the Wii game. You want to pirate The Sims 2? The Sims 2 is probably like $3, but sure, go ahead.
a collection of sub-games to play.
Yes,
Okay,
it's
you
just
don't have-
another
you don't-
game that I can't play because I don't have a Switch. Cool.
Its 30th anniversary, a remake of Kirby's Return to Dreamland will be released. We hope you're looking forward to this.
You don't have $3? Okay, then pirate it. I don't know. And here's
They're gonna announce that it's now a CG animated movie.
$3 for the base game. I don't know. Can you even get The Sims 2 on PC? Well, I don't even know what. I don't know. Look, it's. There's no way it can be that expensive, right? It's so old. You have a phone? Look, I was almost right. Not quite, but you can get on eBay for like $8. Well, if you only have a phone, then no, you can't play it on your phone. You could potentially get an emulator. Depending on what kind of phone you have. You can get an emulator and emulate the... You can emulate like the PS2. Was it on PS2? Yeah, PS2. If you can emulate PS2 games on the phone, I'm not sure actually. That may be too recent. But I know there's also a DS version of the game. So if you can't, if PS2 is like too powerful, then there's that. I had the DS version. It was very strange. It was not like any of the other versions at all.
Cave markings and shit. Is that it? I think that's it. Okay, I was wrong. Getting some heavy Miyazaki vibes from the music, bro. That was neat. Literal castle in the sky shit.
Okay, cool, I guess. Coming, like, 2024, probably. Like, that was, like, 3 seconds of footage. But yeah. If, like, the point of the Nintendo Direct is to, like, sell people on the Switch, which I think is just to, like, basically just to, like, make their own fans happy so they keep buying games. because I don't know, because I don't think any of these have ever like none of these have ever like made me want to have a Switch more. Okay. So yeah, there is that. I was not. Oh, it's not Ubisoft Connect, it's Ubisoft Forward. I don't know. They just keep naming their things everything. Ah! That was loud. And this stream works fine.
Coming up with updates on a bunch of fan favorite games before we kick off the main show.
Absolutely. And if you want to find out the latest about the world of Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, or get ready to sail the high seas in Skull and Bones, stick with us as you're already in the right place.
And that's not all.
Oh,
as today
it hasn't even started yet.
It's time for our main show. You won't want to miss this. So let's kick things off in style and get the party started.
You hear that, guys? We don't want to miss it. I'm scared of music. Music scares
the
me.
showcase where you get a taste of all the great things we're cooking up. I'm one of your hosts, Neelam Kumar.
I'm Yusuf Nageed, and I'm so happy to be here today because this year we're global, streaming in no less than 11 different languages.
That's
so
cool.
A big hello to everyone around the world.
We're also live in 4 sign languages and 2 audio descriptions, so we got you all covered.
That's also neat.
Neelam, I love this studio.
Copyright? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You gotta be careful.
I'm a long way from being an intern.
You gotta be careful.
Look at us. Hey, come on, look at us.
Look at us. Who would have thought?
Not me.
So let's be
That's so
caught up on
cringe.
some super
Stop-
exciting updates
stop doing
from
that.
current releases. And now, in the next few minutes, we'll show you what you can expect from our live and upcoming games, concluding with a very special Assassin's Creed showcase.
Okay.
In fact, let's check in with them right now.
Well, hello everyone. Stay tuned for the Assassin's Creed showcase coming up later in the show.
Annie
We'll
Wallace.
celebrate the 15th anniversary of this amazing franchise and share the future of Assassin's Creed.
So don't go anywhere.
We'll be back soon.
We'll be catching up with the Assassin's Creed crew later in the
Is
show.
that it?
But we also wanted to remind you that right now, you're all eligible for a 3-month subscription of Ubisoft Plus.
I don't care.
To release on
I don't care about your subscription service. I also don't care about Mario and Rabbids. I don't care. I don't have a Switch.
Before the summer.
I don't have a Switch. Why would you open up your showcase with a game you can only play on the Switch?
Or only into polish up.
Oh my god, that was so long. That was so much of it. Oh my god,
Is to give
it's
you.
kind of upsetting.
For me, we are rabbits.
glad and on my team in this.
What is that? Okay,
The
Rayman.
Rabbit.
I don't
I want
care.
to dive into the conversations online.
Who is like, oh my
Just use
god,
hashtag
Rayman.
#UbiForward. It's up there on the screen.
Now, back in July, we revealed the new direction of Skull and Bones. And since then, the team at Ubisoft Singapore has been hard at work getting the game ready for launch.
Let's take a deep dive into the world of Skull and Bones.
Okay, some context on Skull and Bones. It was announced like so long ago, like nearly 10 years ago. And it was like it was canceled, and then like it started again, and then they gave it to another studio, and then it was canceled. And then yeah, it's a mess. And now it's basically nothing like it was even supposed to be in the first place.
The end of the 17th century, when Ruthless
I don't know what it's
corporations
supposed to be
ruled
now,
the seas
but it's not what
with
it
an
was.
iron fist.
It was first
They ignited a battle for
advertised
global
as.
supremacy to dominate the world's most valuable trade routes. A flood of exotic goods from the Indian Ocean stormed the West, creating new addictions.
Yo, stop
and a
pouring!
violent
It's
race
full.
for control.
It's full. Why you keep pouring?
And where there's blood, there are predators. Labeled as enemies of all mankind, this new breed of pirates will show no mercy.
Ooh. Okay.
Sailing through dangerous waters, they created secret trading networks and built their pirate empires. But they were always on the edge of losing it all.
Oh, sharks.
And sinking to the depths of Skull and Bones.
Okay.
Do you sink to the bottom or climb to the...
Why do they do this? They're like editing themselves to be in the game, and it just threw me off.
The very top. In the dangerous world of Skull and Bones, everything around you is either your prey or your downfall. This is where you and your friends will have an authentic pirate experience. In our game, as your infamy begins to spread across the Indian Ocean, you will gain access to your own pirate lair, known as the Helm. Here, you'll kickstart your ascent as a pirate kingpin by manufacturing and smuggling illegal and high-value goods.
So what
to
is
sell
this
to the
even, an
highest
MMO?
bidder. No longer taking orders from other pirates, you'll now be the one calling the shots. But with all the riches now for you taking, you'll also have more...
When it was like first announced to be in development, it was supposed to be like a pirate ship battling thing. Like it would just be like you were controlling ships, right? Like I don't even think like walking around as a person
beware.
was like part
the
of it.
vultures are circling, biding their time to strike you down. Will you fend off pirate
Okay,
rogues,
at least there is
hiding
ship
your cargo
combat.
as you extract your contraband, or undone rivals who want a piece of your pie? Maybe you'll plunder forts for their stockpiles and flood the black markets, or even go on treasure hunts to dig up valuable hidden stashes. We've been gathering your feedbacks through our insider
Maybe they're trying to
programs
do
and
like
other channels.
maybe they're trying
It's
to
an
do
ongoing
like the Sea
process
of
that
Thieves
helps
thing.
us shape Skull and Bones. Here is what some of our participants have to say about the program.
Greetings, pirates. Captain Flint here.
My name's Sam, more commonly known as Mr. Stainless.
Who is this?
I'm Fuzzy Bong.
My name is Spamos.
My name's Hippo TC.
Who is
My
this?
name's Mixelplix.
Who is this? Who is that? Who is this? Who is
I
that?
joined the Skull
Who?
and Bones Insider program back in 2021.
I've actually been part of the
Who is
Insider
this?
program ever since its inception.
I've sailed, plundered, and pillaged my way through multiple testing and feedback sessions.
The play tests that I've been doing have been a lot of fun.
One of the things that I enjoy about it the most is streamlined feedback, actually reaching the developers.
The developers
Insider
are
program.
passionate about this
Are these supposed to be influencers? They look like influencers.
I get to connect with other gamers who are just as passionate and excited about Skull and Bones as I am.
Happy to see the game being revealed again.
I'm so excited. We're just months away.
I look forward to seeing your sales out there.
I truly think there's something for everyone. So I'm really eager to see all the polished and final versions of things brought into the game.
I just can't wait to sail the Indian Ocean.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you out on the high seas, be it friend or foe.
Become an insider? No thanks. I'm
A
good.
pirate's work is never done. As your fleet grows, so will our game. As in the pirate tales of old, you will always find a ship at the center of the story. One so terrifying that most will flee on sight. That is what we want for our pirates. Your ship is your entire world. It is where your success will be decided and how you will be recognized. In Skull and Bones, to build a unique ship that inspires fear onto your enemies, there are 3 steps.
Okay.
Step 1, pick your weapons and ammo.
This is
This
so
will
redundant.
make or break your battles.
Okay, you can.
From piercing ammo that
Okay, so you
ignores
can
armor
customize
and
your
causes
ship. Okay.
flooding, to tearing ammo that rips your enemy's sails apart, slowing them down for an easy kill.
Oh god, wait. Are you gonna have to like buy the ammo? It's like one thing that like there's this game called like World of Tanks. And like the reason why I don't like it. Oh hi Shay. The reason why I don't like it is because you are literally at a disadvantage unless you spend real money for like this premium ammo that has like it's like, and it's you have to buy like limited amounts of it as well, so you always have to keep restocking, which means it's not just like a one-time purchase. Have a good day. You too, thank you.
My favorite is crushing as it deals a devastating blow to most armor.
So I hope
Step
that
2,
kind of system
choose your
isn't in
armor.
this game.
With our game's weapon counter system, there will
If
be
I'm
an
if I'm
armor
gonna have to keep buying like premium cannonballs just to like be able to win,
that can counter
then
each
that would
damage type.
be annoying.
That's how we keep tension high at sea. Lastly, it's the look of your ship. Put on your scariest war paint and head out with a ship that is instantly recognizable. Making this quick adjustment will transform you from sneaky smuggler to hard-hitting hunters or swift traders. Now, when you are out in the open sea, it's always best to have a friend or two to watch your back. In our PvVP world, you can choose to
PvP?
switch off PvP to prevent any...
PvP?
In our PvVP world,
What?
you can choose to switch off PvP to prevent any friendly fire as well. Lastly, our game will...
Okay. I don't have much faith about this game. It's trying to be Sea of Thieves, but the great thing about Sea of Thieves is that you're like constantly in danger. And what they're saying here is that anyone can simply just turn the PvP off and then you're no longer in danger. I really hate that, right? When open world games and MMOs have PvP, the fun thing about it is to bully the reason why that kind of system is so fun is because you can bully players that just like aren't prepared, right? Like players just trying to like mind their own business. You say no, and you give them a wake up call, right? And it's like it just drives everyone to. It just makes the game experience like so much more. Like the stakes are just so much bigger, you know. Hello, Gino. Welcome. I just feel like when you're in danger of like an enemy attack at all times, like it just makes the stakes so much higher, which makes winning so much more rewarding, right? But when you can just turn it off and just like, no, I don't want to be in danger anymore. That's
will be crossplay as launch. So you can pirate with your friends no matter what platforms they are on. Until then, bon voyage, and see you all soon on the seas of Skull and Bones.
This could be.
Like, the whole point of like why Sea of Thieves is so popular is that like, that feeling after you just like held off an enemy trying to steal your loot that you've been collecting all day. It's a good feeling. Or like the feeling of like strategically like staking out a treasure spot or something like that and waiting for like another team to find it only to just intercept them right after and take it. It just adds like so much. Like the only people that are gonna be PvPing are just people roaming around with their high level stuff and just like fighting people for no reason. Right, you don't. If you make it like an opt-in system, then you're removing like any actual gameplay advantages of PvP.
We'll play the villain.
Not everyone is just going to be like playing it safe and won't be fun anymore. And maybe it will still be a little fun, but like that player versus player aspect is just completely ruined, basically.
Gird your loins. And seize that fucking convoy! Destiny is calling. And our names are on her lips.
I think another game where like the PvP isn't optional would be like Rust. And that game is huge. So many people play that game.
Oof, Neelam, I can't wait to get in my own pirate ship, explore the Indian Ocean, and hunt you down.
And I think the fun thing about that game is that like at any moment, like your base could just be like raided, and like they could just destroy. They could just blow open your front door, and just like take everything. Like you're never safe. you know, so you have to prepare properly.
But you know what, Neil? Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've added an exciting piece of new content. Take a look at this.
You know, like it only really punishes like players that don't know what they're doing, right? And like you shouldn't really have to cater to those players, I feel. I don't know. Oh god, this is copyrighted music. What is this? Riders for Public? Okay.
To reiterate our commitment to the long-term future of The Division 2, which is fully supported by our talented developers from Ubisoft teams across the globe.
And I mean, like,
with this in mind,
because there are games meant for like players who don't want the PvP, right? So if you're going to add PvP into your game, like, don't make it half-baked, because then there's just no point. Then just nobody are gonna play it. Nobody's gonna play it. You know, there are like single-player pirate games that they can play. You know, like it's not fun. You know, what if you're like I can already see like a problem with this, because like what if like I'm like maybe tailing this ship for hours, right, waiting for them to find their treasure or whatever, you know, so I can strategically like board their ship and you know, maybe steal something while they're not looking. Like, what if as soon as you come close, they just boom, PvP off, and then you can't touch them anymore. And it's like, that's dumb, you know? I see a lot of people doing that.
Responded to the call.
Just like turning it off when it's most convenient for them. It's just the stakes just don't exist anymore.
In Washington, D.C., and now you're needed in the small town of Silver Creek, right in the heartland of America. Today, we're excited to share a first look at the game and some updates from our studio. Here's our creative director, Keith Evans, to tell you a little bit on what to expect in the Division heartland.
It's like, I don't really know what kind. It's like kind of like
We're so excited to show you Heartland, an all-new standalone adventure in the Division universe. The teams poured their heart into this game, and we can't wait to share it with you.
I think it's kind of just like one of those brainless shooters, and you just shoot things, and then you pick up better gun, and then you shoot more things with more damage. It's something like that. But yeah, I liked how the Division actually did PvP pretty good in their first game. I don't know about the second game because I stopped paying attention after that. But
A new world to explore.
basically, right, there would be these like PvP zones, right? Or they weren't like they weren't just PvP. Like basically, there would just be these zones that would have the best loot,
Heartland
right?
feels fresh
But the
and
only
distinct
problem
while
was
still feeling
that
at home alongside the other
was that
amazing
when
games
you
in this
enter the
universe.
zone, you're basically you're able to just be shot by other players. So like, you know, it's the most, you know, it's risk reward. Like it's the most, like it's the best loot in this zone, but in order to get it, you're gonna have to fight with other players.
Back in the evolution of the Heartland experience. And register
So
now.
maybe this pirate game is gonna do something like that. That would be maybe good. Maybe there's like just a big chunk of like the ocean just designated for like PvP.
Of a new storyline, factions,
Albion
and much
Online?
more.
Oh, I know that game
The
too.
team is hard at work preparing what comes next. So it is
That
our
game
great
has like
pleasure to be able to
that game also kind of like is in that same philosophy of you know, PvP being integral, not just like a oh, I don't want to do it right now, so I'll just turn it off, you know. It's an
Open world
integral part of it.
Your feedback has been priceless as we keep fine-tuning and improving the game. Today, we're happy to announce that a closed beta test is coming this fall. This will be an opportunity to play the iconic conflict PvP modes and for the first time on mobile, the Dark Zone.
We leave you with a look at the trailer.
Yeah, that's what the PvP zone was called. It was called the Dark Zone. And it was like all the high level like end game loot was there. But you know, you could be shot by other players, so that was the risk of it. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a mobile game. That's lame. That's kinda lame. So yeah, this is how it would work. It was just like you would just like come across other player squads and you just have to fight it out for whatever loot was there. You know, the main thing is just like, you know, you can't just say like, oh, I'm in baby mode right now, you can't touch me. Because like, I've seen games that do that, like that you kind of just like turn like transparent and then other players can't interact with them. Like that's a feature in a lot of MMOs and I just don't get it, you know.
We're super excited to see the Dark Zone coming to mobile. If you want to get a chance to test it out, don't forget to register now on the Resurgence website.
I think I'd rather
Oof,
not.
I want that sweet, sweet multiplayer action in the palm of my hands.
Speaking of which, there's another iconic multiplayer game that was recently announced, Rainbow Six Mobile. Let's take a quick
Oh,
look at what the
God.
dev team have in store
Why
for
all the
us
mobile
following their
games?
successful closed alpha test.
Now, playing a shooter game on your phone is horrible. It's not good. It doesn't feel good at all. And I guess sure you can get one of those like controllers, but it's like then your battery's just gonna die in like an hour anyways. So I just don't understand. Like just play on whatever. Because if the only thing you have is a phone, well, I don't even think that really applies. Because like I guess like these kind of like big mobile games, they would apply to people who only have a phone. But people who only have a phone are usually like, you know, they usually don't have the money to buy like a iPhone 13. And the only way you can play these games
Hello, everyone.
without lagging the hell and back is to like get like a new phone. So, you know, it's not like you could play this on a budget phone. So like,
I'm
what's
Justin
the point?
Swan, creative
If it's meant for
director of
people who only have phones, then it's not even doing that job.
worldwide announcement and our first closed alpha taking place.
'Cause I know when I only had like a PS4 and an iPad. My iPad was like one of the oldest versions, you know.
Specifically for
Like
mobile
I couldn't play
devices.
any of the new games
When we
on
started production, our objective was crystal clear: to bring the Rainbow Six universe to the mobile
it.
platform.
So I just had to
and allow
use
more
my PlayStation for everything. But I also had to share that with my older brother, so it was kind of like I barely got to use it basically.
Our mission is to develop the best Rainbow Six experience possible on mobile, and we can only do that with your help. The dev team and I first want to thank our community for all your support and feedback during our closed alpha. We took that feedback to heart and we've made many improvements. And it's not just the core gameplay, but our menu systems and user experience,
Yeah, the only
matchmaking and round-to-round
I don't
flow,
think
and
I
many
have a
other
single
adjustments
game
that will
installed on
improve
my phone.
the overall experience.
And if I
all
would
thanks
have
to
a
you.
game on my phone, it'd be
And
one
now-
of those like one finger like little tappy games that you could like play that you could like play when you're waiting for like for your bus stop or something. I don't know. It's not like something like, "Whoa, I gotta sit here for 30 minutes and complete my ranked match on my phone." And probably like the phone's probably doesn't even last 30 minutes. Yeah. I don't know.
So, what can you expect to see in the game during the beta test? Our biggest addition is the first stage of our operator unlock and progression system. This means daily challenges to complete, a ticket system to play with and unlock your operators, and even a battle pass to progress through. On top of that,
I
we have
want
some
your battle
great graphical
pass.
streamlined menu. Bank can progress.
Okay. Are you gonna show us any of this?
Possible. Countries, the clusters.
Yes. Okay.
It's a time for everything.
No, this is okay. Music. Okay. This looks horrible, but oh, actually, it doesn't look too bad for a mobile game. But also, this isn't gonna run on anything that isn't like an iPhone 12 and above. So and also, I feel like mobile gamers don't want to play like ranked competitive. I just don't get it, you know? It's like that trend of like trying to make everything into an esport, and now it's like trying to make mobile games into esports. Because like people are doing like
The Rainbow Six
there are
Mobile
like
plays-
actual like tournaments for like PUBG Mobile and like Fortnite and stuff like that, and it's I don't know. I feel like there's much better games to play competitively.
Purdue from Netflix. As you know,
Netflix?
we've started to offer a selection of mobile games on our service. And today, I'm excited to
It's the Netflix games. I don't care.
partner.
Shows how video games have grown. We don't just play them, we make movies based on them. And sometimes TV shows about
Oh yeah, like that Assassin's Creed
And on
movie
that
that
note,
flopped.
let's take a sneak peek at season 3 of Mythic Quest.
I don't care about your. Oh my gosh. It's just a lame TV show.
Which
Okay.
brings us to a very special offer that we definitely haven't referenced before. Check this out.
What if we told you that Ubisoft makes the game
No.
till October?
What is this?
August the excitement of its 10 million fans, Trackmania is back on consoles and streaming platforms early
Trackmania?
2023. And the first bit of good news is that crossplay, PS2 premium
I'm
same
not-
Adrenaline Rush.
That's cool, I
3
guess.
months of the
People like that
Trackmania is
game.
a
Not for me though.
It's for you.
Oh no. Okay. So much music. And yeah, this is they used to like make the Guitar Hero kind of games, but now they're like now it's like you plug this electric guitar into your computer or whatever, and it's like you play like a rhythm game, but it also like teaches you how to play guitar. This is actually kind of cool. Like when I was learning piano, like if it was like gamified like this, then maybe I would have actually stuck with it. So I feel like I'm stupid, but whenever it comes to like learning stuff in games, then like I'm like all over that, you know? Like I have like such a weird encyclopedia of game knowledge in my head.
Rocksmith Plus is the perfect tool to get me started.
Well, if you're going to learn guitar, you should also practice your dance moves.
No, they're gonna talk about Just Dance. No thanks. It's copyrighted music. What is this?
Creating memorable and unique experiences is what drives us every day. Speaking of passion for games,
Okay.
we are celebrating 15 years since the
Yeah.
first
Yeah, you just gotta make it fun and then it's easy to learn.
Altair, Ezio, Arnaud, Bayek,
Okay,
Cassandra,
they're talking about
Eivor.
Assassin's Creed now.
Many of you have lived memorable moments with these characters,
Mhm.
making its story your playground, learning, challenging yourself, and most importantly, having fun.
Mhm.
With your support, Assassin's Creed went beyond a collection of games. It helped shape the face of the video game industry.
Yeah, and then you killed it. And then they killed it by making Assassin's Creed like not Assassin's Creed. Like they fundamentally changed it for like the last 3 games, and it was never the same.
And became an inspiration
So
for
thanks, I
players
guess.
and developers around the world. And now, let's see what's next for this fantastic universe.
And I think they fundamentally altered like the gameplay and like the whole like basically like how basically the game, right? Because it used to be about blending into crowds and social stealth and sometimes combat. But then they made the focus be about combat so they can sell you like XP, so they can sell you like XP boosters and stuff like that. It's dumb. It's horrible. They tried to make it like Call of Duty. It's bad. Okay. Maybe I should, like, you don't know about Assassin's Creed. This is Altair from the first game. I think he was in some later games as well. There's Edward from 4. And for a second there was the guy from 3, I don't remember his name. And then they're from like newer games, like this person. And that person as well. SEO.
Are you ready for this? Of course you are. Come on, don't be shy. Don't let a fancy suit impress you. Don't let 1,000 fancy suits impress you. Be the thorn in history's side. Choose the greatest enemies. The captain. Sorry, mate. The emperor. The boss's boss. And make even greater friends.
Decent work, Leonardo.
Don't just pick a fight.
Da Vinci?
Start a revolution. Get the bigger picture. Go too far. Go too fast. Face the invisible. The impossible. The unspeakable. Welcome to the greatest playground. History.
That's cool. I don't get what they're trying to...
Hello everybody and welcome along to the
advertise,
first
though.
ever Assassin's Creed showcase. It is time to leap into history. I'm Danny Wallace here in our top secret hideout where I'll be bringing you some sneak peeks, special guests and sharing some very exciting updates on all things Assassin's Creed. You will not want to miss this. Today I am joined by a true expert, Assassin's Creed's senior community developer, Ubisoft's own Alice Terrett. Welcome to the show. Alice, can you believe it's been 15 years?
Thank you so much, Danny. I cannot believe it's been 15 years.
It's a series very close to my heart because I'm in it. I'm lucky enough to voice Sean Hastings, who first appeared back in Assassin's Creed 2. Now, Sean sounds exactly like me, which may give you a clue as to the limits of my acting range. This year, we are celebrating 15 years since the release of the first Assassin's Creed.
It's been an amazing journey with our community that started back on the rooftops of the Holy Land. It has taken us to the Italian Renaissance, into the center of revolutionary wars, to ancient worlds, and to many incredible places in between. We've met unforgettable characters and been to breathtaking locations,
This game is
allowing you
huge
to
for
leap into
history
history
buffs.
and relive pivotal moments from our past. It's been a phenomenal 15 years, and we are so glad that you came along for the ride. For the 15-year anniversary of Assassin's Creed, we want to truly celebrate with you, our community. We know that you've been dying to find out what's next for Assassin's Creed, and so...
Just on that point, it does sound a lot like you're about to announce a new game or something. And
I am about to announce a new game.
I just thought it'd be nice, seeing as I'm here.
So anyways, it's time to discover what we've been crafting in the shadows.
I hope you brought a trailer at least.
I have. Roll the trailer.
Some gameplay, hopefully.
Basim Ebne Ishaq, are you ready to give up who you once thought you were?
I am.
Okay, somewhere in the Middle East. That's pretty cool,
Ready to
actually.
sacrifice everything you held close.
I am.
Are you ready to leave your life behind and walk the path of shadows?
I am.
Yeah, this is very much like the first game. Like, it feels like they're almost returning to the roots in a way.
dark, you will come into the light. And from the light, you will return to the dark.
Oh, hello, Yuzu. Welcome. Oh yeah, they have. I think they have to cut off one of their fingers for some reason. I don't know why. Something to do with the hidden blade? I don't know.
Stay your blade from the flesh of the innocent. Hide in plain sight. Never compromise the Brotherhood.
Yeah, hiding in plain sight. That's like the main appeal of the game for me. But recently they've kind of not included any of the hiding elements. You know, they just made it about mindless combat, which is fine, I guess, but not really what I played it for, you know?
From this day forward, you are a hidden one.
Pocket sand? And the old sand in the eyes trick. Oh, that was ominous.
Well, will you look at that? Assassin's Creed Mirage, everybody. And here to tell us more, it is Ubisoft Bordeaux's narrative director, Sarah Beaulieu. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Sarah, we just had a little glimpse of Mirage. What can you tell us about this latest and very special Assassin's Creed adventure?
Well, indeed, it is special. We go back to the roots of the series. It's been 15 years, as you know, and we wanted to go back to the action-adventure game that you know, narrative-driven game. We've been focusing on stealth, parkour, and of course, assassinations.
Yes, that's...
Now, I've been playing a lot of Valhalla recently, and from watching that trailer, I couldn't help but notice Basim.
Yes, you're right. It's Basim. It's 20 years before Valhalla, so it's a young Basim that is going to be coming from a street thief to a master assassin.
Oh, fantastic. And so where does his kind
I
of
didn't
adventure
play Valhalla, so I don't know who Basim is.
Well, it begins in Baghdad. It's the beautiful, magnificent, vibrant city of Baghdad that you're going to roam through the game.
It looks so cool, though.
Yeah, it's a very dense city where you're going to meet a lot of different people.
That's amazing. I know our community is going to be very excited to explore Baghdad.
Yes, one of my
Sarah,
main complaints is that they got rid of like the dense cities, and it was mostly just like empty
So as you saw, we
land.
have a couple of charismatic characters. Starting from Basim. So Basim is our lead character.
Now it looks like
you have Russian that you spotted in the trailer. She's Basim's mentor. We also have a lot of historical characters, like in every Assassin's Creed, so political leaders, for example.
Well, I'm excited for it. I just hope they don't do
we do
something
have a couple of
to mess it up.
very interesting characters in there.
Well, what a setting and what history to get your teeth into, but we're obviously about exclusives here. Have you got any more?
Yes, I do.
Good.
Did you recognize the voice from the trailer?
I did, actually. Can I reveal it? Can I reveal the exclusive?
Yeah, if you know.
It was the Emmy-winning actress, wasn't it? Shorey Agdashlu.
It was.
It was.
Yeah, you got it right.
Good.
Yeah, we're thrilled to have her in the cast. She's going to be portraying Russian. So she's going to be the voice of Basim's mentor that you saw in the trailer, actually. And the whole team is very, very glad to have her on board.
She is fantastic.
Yeah,
Such a recognisable voice, which is why I recognised it, of course.
Well, and we were lucky enough to catch up with Shorey earlier, and she had this very special message.
Gotta get back to work. All right.
Hello, everyone. I am Shorey Agdashlu, and I'm thrilled
Have a
to
good day.
announce that I will be voicing Roshan, Basim's mentor in Assassin's Creed Mirage. When Ubisoft approached me to voice this character, I was immediately seduced by Roshan's strong personality and her backstory. She's a true warrior who fights for justice and protects her fellow hidden ones.
She has a very unique voice.
She is loyal and honest, but keep her former self behind a shroud of mystery. And of course, the fact that she is a mature woman from Persian origins made her resonate even more with my own story and background. Playing such a character is a unique opportunity that I could not miss. I hope you will love her as much as I do. It's a real pleasure for me to collaborate with the Assassin's Creed brand and play one of the main characters in such an anticipated new game. I am wishing you all a happy AC 15th anniversary. Thank you all. Yours, sincerely, Shohei Aktaslu.
Is she like a famous actor?
What a
I've
nice
never heard of her.
message. What a recognizable voice as well, just instantly. And she seems thrilled to be part of this.
Yeah, I think she is, really.
That's good. A welcome addition to the Assassin's Creed world. So finally, obviously the question everyone wants to know, when can we get our hands on Mirage?
Assassin's Creed Mirage is going to be available in 2023.
And if you pre-order now, you also get the exclusive 40 Thieves side quest. But it's not all. We also have a collector's case available for pre-order as well. It includes a figurine of Basim and other exclusive surprises that you will love. Thank you, Sarah, for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Yes, it looks fantastic. Right, we'll be dropping more exclusive news from the world of Assassin's Creed very shortly. But first, we wanted to celebrate the last 15
I'm not big on
years
pre-ordering
of Assassin's
games,
Creed
honestly.
with you. Let's remind ourselves of some of the highlights and, of course, the impact of this groundbreaking series.
Out of the dark, you come into the light. From the light, you will return to the dark.
What is this? Just a highlight reel?
Are you prepared to travel the Eagle's path?
Welcome aboard. It's prizes, plunder, and adventure ahead.
We are all different, but our creed will unify us.
It's cool, I guess.
Do you regret your decision to live as an assassin for so long?
I do not remember making that decision. This life, it chose me.
Some cosplayers, that's cool.
What is a man but the sum of his memories? We are the stories we live, the tales we tell ourselves. Gentlemen, as is custom among our kind, we do not plunge headlong into folly on the orders of a single madman, but act according to our own collective madness.
Okay, I think I get it.
Well, so many memories there. Makes me want to jump back in and just play through the whole series again.
Well, Danny, to continue the celebrations, we also have a new documentary out today, which gives a behind-the-scenes look at the last 15 years of Assassin's Creed. Let's take a sneak peek.
For me, Assassin's Creed represents my whole video game in the career. It's really like where I learned my job, where I grew in my job.
That was really the game that showed to me, hey, you gotta step it up, but like you gotta move on from the PS2, and I fell in love ever since.
Pour moi, dans l'univers du jeu vidéo, Assassin's Creed reste une licence extrêmement importante.
Assassin's Creed, especially in those early days, was
That guy's
showing
voice
people what
sounded
could be
familiar.
done in this kind of broad, open space.
Just like climbing up things and just looking at this world and being like, oh wow, I've never done this in a video game before.
We're always looking for the next Assassin's Creed. No matter which one is your favorite, you'll always be tied to it because of just how connected they've kept you in from the beginning.
It's not just a game. It has a philosophy behind it.
It's a universe.
Hey, bro, it's not that
just a single setting in a single time, but it's different settings at different times. It's like a narrative universe that comes to life.
Documentary. Gonna show us a documentary?
Well, that looks worth a watch to me.
Okay.
Where can we see it? Is it somewhere on the internet?
Yes, it will be on the internet. You can catch it on the Ubisoft and GTV YouTube channels, but don't go anywhere just yet.
No. So, back to business, and I've just finished the Dawn of Ragnarok expansion for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I had a great time, but I would like some more.
Yep, that's one of our most ambitious expansions to date. But Danny, if you want more, I've got great news, as we have more content coming to Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
I don't care, I'm not playing this game.
Hello everyone, I'm Gareth Glover, Game Director on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Historical settings.
It's amazing. So how will Assassin's Creed evolve in the coming years?
Well, we're going to double down on our passion for history as we explore the past with courage. We strongly believe that history can be the most powerful and eye-opening source of entertainment. And our teams believe that history can help us better understand the world that we live in, as so many elements from the past still resonate with our present. But don't worry, we're going to keep telling grand, epic stories so that viewers and players alike can feel the vertigo that only human history can bring.
I love the way you talk about history and about using history as a playground. What an incredible thing to be able to use history in this way. But what does this mean for fans going forward?
Well, we want our passion for history to fuel the expansion of the franchise into new territories. So I'm very happy to announce today our very first open world Assassin's Creed game for mobile. It will feature all the iconic Assassin's Creed gameplay, but optimized for an experience on touch controls. And I just can't wait to tell you more about the story and the setting.
Let's take a look at the trailer.
In-engine? That's a funny way of saying it's not in-game footage, by the way. So it's not gonna look like this at all. I really hope they at least give us the option to play it on PC, I hope. Codename Jade.
Well, look at that. A brand new Assassin's Creed game set in China. It looks amazing. Matt, can you tell us a little bit more about the features?
Well, for the first time in our open world games, you can create your own character.
Oh.
You'll get the chance to do...
That's why I thought, he didn't look... I thought he did not look Chinese at all. But I didn't really want to point it out.
Atop the Great Wall of China, sneak through
But now it
bustling
makes sense.
cities, engage in intense combat, and discover the secrets of vastness of ancient China.
Well, that leads me to my next question. So, Mac, many of us know that a Netflix show is in development, and the community would like to know more. What else can you tell us?
Well, it's still early in development, but I can confirm that we are co-developing the Netflix series with Ubisoft Film and Television, Netflix, obviously, and an insanely talented showrunner, Jeb Stewart. It's going to be an epic
A
genre.
Netflix original does not give me any confidence.
Spending a live-action adaptation of our video game series. But that's not the only thing we have in development with Netflix.
Oh, God.
We also have a new mobile game in development for their platform.
Wow, so you're doing quite a lot with Netflix. And just out of interest, there's no reason for me to ask this. This is just curious. A lot of people probably want to know who is the casting director for that.
Well, why do you want to know?
No, I'm just that a lot of people have been tweeting in about that.
Well, we'll put his name on screen.
I'll talk to you after about that. In the meantime, let's take a look at the wider world of Assassin's Creed.
Okay, what is this? Do we need to watch this?
Well, I think
Codename Ren. Is that like the Netflix thing?
Well, I think that's what you call big news, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there that I think, from your point of view, certainly the community, the fans have been asking for a long time. So, Mac, tell us more.
Well, this is Codename Red, our next premium flagship title and the future of our open world RPG games on Assassin's Creed. It is being...
What?
Let's take a look.
Okay, I missed something. This is different. Oh. Okay, that's cool.
Well, I think that's what you call big news, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there that I think, from your point of view, certainly the community, the fans have been asking for a long time. So, Mac, tell us more.
Well, this is Codename Red, our next premium flagship title and the future of our open world RPG games on Assassin's Creed. It is being developed by Ubisoft Quebec, the studio behind Assassin's Creed Odyssey, under the creative direction of Jonathan Dumas.
Odyssey was like one of the worst games in the series. That doesn't give me any.
It will let players explore one of their most awaited settings ever on the franchise, feudal Japan, and they'll live a very powerful shinobi fantasy.
That's cool.
I mean, people have been waiting for this for a long time, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
Well, they certainly have, and now you brought it to them.
Yeah, it's been kind of like a meme. People
Which is
were
good,
asking
and you're
for the
slightly cruel in that you're teasing me with it. I very much want that.
they were asking for the series to kind of go to Japan, and I think their response was like, "Nah, that's lame." But then now it's like we got no other option, so we're doing it in Japan finally.
Who's been hard at work on a new flagship title as well.
I remember distinctly that they actually responded to the whole "do it in Japan" thing, and they said no.
Type of Assassin's Creed game.
I don't know why they said no,
you
but
may have brought us something.
whatever. I
that
guess
we could...
they're just going where the money is. So, oh well. It's a good decision though. They should just, you know. It is like why not take it there? You know, like it seems like a good setting for it. So I don't know what this is. This is a dream catcher looking thing. Heck, what? What?
Well, the surprises just keep on coming. What can you tell us about this project?
Well, this is Codename Hexe, and I can't wait for our
That's a
fans
dumb
to
name.
tear apart that trailer and find out all its
That
secrets.
was like 5 seconds. That wasn't even a trailer.
Yeah, absolutely, and work out the code name. You guys have always got code names for stuff. There was it a year ago? There was Codename Infinity. Where are you with that?
Well, that's a great question,
That's a great question, Danny. We canceled it.
Danny, and I'm happy to give you a little bit more about Project
No, I don't think they canceled it, but they did cancel like a huge number of projects recently.
Today. Infinity is not a game per se.
What?
It's going to be the single entry point for our fans into the Assassin's Creed franchise into the future.
So are you saying that players will be able to explore their very own animus, kind of like a time machine?
Exactly, Alice. Infinity is going to be a hub that will unite all our different experiences and our players together in meaningful ways.
So it's a game launcher. So it's just a game launcher. Okay.
So, obviously, that begs the question: if you're connecting players and there's more than one player, a lot of people will be thinking, "Are we talking multiplayer?"
Well, Danny, it seems we can't hide anything from you.
You can't.
So we're actually investigating how we will bring back standalone multiplayer experiences into the Assassin's Creed universe, all connected to the Infinity Hub.
Well, it sounds extraordinary. You must have a nap at some point because you've all been very, very busy. So, thanks, Matt.
And yeah, they had co-op in Unity, but it was only for like a select number of missions. But those worked fine. It's just the problem. It's probably like the problem is mainly just balancing, because like 4 players would really quick work of most of the missions. So like there had to be missions made for multiplayer.
Some major new developments there, and I'm sure everyone at home
it's like a
can't wait
balancing
to
issue.
get involved. Thank you for joining us today and sharing all this incredibly exciting news.
Well, thank you, Danny. Thank you, Alice. It's been a pleasure to be here. And to be
also the problem where if you tried to do those levels alone, then they were super hard because they were meant for 4 players. So
to sum up, there are a lot of exciting things to look forward to. Let's remind ourselves of everything you can expect from now onwards.
No, I don't need a reminder.
This year.
Thank you. So yeah, that was it. That was it, I guess. Magni Desmond stream. I gotta watch that after. Okay. Yeah, that was it. I feel like that was a lot more than whatever. Obviously, like I don't really have any connection to like Nintendo titles, so I couldn't really say I was excited for anything there, but actually there wasn't even a lot here, I don't think. Like I said, Ubisoft recently canceled like a bunch of projects because like they've been losing money. So I hope this is like kind of just a wake-up call and they're gonna do what people want nowadays. Like there's The Division, that's not my cup of tea, but I do have a friend that is excited for that. Yeah, the Nintendo Direct was a bunch of remake games, and I see Ubisoft is now like, okay, we just gotta do what makes money. And so it's like, so it's basically like fan service, mobile game, more fan service. Yeah. Like people love The Division right now. There's a mobile game. They're making a sequel potentially. There's like Division Heartland or something like that. There is Rainbow Six multiplayer. Apparently Rocksmith Plus has been making a lot of money. And then like the Assassin's Creed stuff, good. Just good, you know, don't really have any objections to it. I mean, they're saying, yes, okay, we're having another game. It's gonna be a lot like the first game, which is good. I just don't, why make more DLC for Valhalla? At least, like before, I got really scared because in like a different, I think like in some E3 or something, they said like, we're gonna be supporting this game with content for the next 2 years. And I'm like, oh god, please, that means no, new Assassin's Creed stuff for 2 years, and they're gonna keep pumping out this garbage. But I think they went back on that somewhat because this being the last chapter, it's they're gonna move on from Valhalla relatively soon. So that's good. Because I didn't necessarily like the direction that Valhalla took. It's a fine game, maybe. It's a fine game, but it's not like what Assassin's Creed is based on, you know? So yeah, I want to know what the comments think. Okay, people saying they're excited for the new Assassin's Creed. We got more information on the pre-order bonuses than we did the actual game. That's funny. Yeah, I do wish we got some actual gameplay. But mainly it's people being excited for, for what people want. Because, I mean, like, I'm sure there are people who wanted, like, Rainbow Six and The Division to come to mobile. I'm sure. I don't know who, but I'm sure there are people. And then they say, okay, we're making this new game. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot of... The only, like, bad thing is that another series, or another franchise they have is Ghost Recon. And they recently canceled the game that was in development because they were making a battle royale for some reason, even though like that game is about like infiltration and stealth. It was a little weird. But they ended up canceling that game, and there's no new news for where the series is going, so they might have killed it. Who knows? They might have killed Ghost Recon, but I mean, I feel like people are like taking the Division and being like, this is good enough. But the good thing about Ghost Recon was like, it was like Division in the kind of like modern, like, you know, guns and stuff like that, but also Assassin's Creed in that kind of stealth, with that stealth focus too. They also canceled a Splinter Cell game. I think it was like a VR game. They canceled it, and Splinter Cell is one of those franchises that didn't really get a good game in a while. Because they kept, you know, like, it came from like a stealth focused thing, and they kind of like shifted it into something else, and then what do you know, people don't want to play it anymore. Turns out people don't care about your game franchise if you butcher it and turn it into like an awful mobile game. But it's whatever. It seems like they're waking up somewhat, you know, because at least the mobile games, they don't seem like mobile, like the kind of mobile games that are designed to like suck up money. They just seem kind of like the original game, but on mobile, which is a lot better than what they could do. So, you know, I'm proud of them. They're not totally messing things up anymore. Will that be able to save them? Who knows? They might go bankrupt, or they might be acquired or something like that before any of these games come out. So it's pretty... we don't know what's gonna happen, but it looks good from this showcase. I'm sure the stock prices went up after this. Actually, I can actually check Ubisoft stock price. Oh my god. Oof. Wait, I have to look from days. Okay. I don't actually know how to like... Oh, Ubisoft stock is in like a literal like all-time low. Like, I'm not sure how to like... how to say this. Or not all-time low, because there was like a small dip in 2016, apparently, or in 2016. And of course, like, it wasn't a very big company in like 2010 and stuff like that. But like, its peak was in 2018. It was worth $24. And they kind of had like almost like a year-long kind of like peak where it's like it wasn't under 20. And now it's at $7. It went from like 20 something to $7. So like, oof. Yeah. So, well, it went up in 2021 to $20 again, but it went really down, like I think this because like of all like the scandals that have been happening in Ubisoft, and recently, like all the canceled projects as well. But if I look at it from like a yearly thing, when was this presentation? It was like September 10th. Okay, we'll take that information. Okay, there was a small spike, but then it just went down again. Like it went up a dollar, and then it just went down $1. Like this presentation did not help their stock price at all. Which is, it makes sense, because like until they actually release something, it's not gonna change probably. So we'll see how that goes. But like basically, if they mess this up, then the company might go under. very likely. Or more likely is that they get acquired by someone. Maybe EA, maybe Microsoft, who knows. But yeah, they're definitely not Nintendo. Nintendo is just for comparison. Oh my god, like, yeah, just for comparison, like, the Nintendo stock is like, oh my god, $51? That's crazy. They have a lot of money, basically. But it looks like the Nintendo Direct actually made the stock price go from 50 to 53. And generally, Nintendo stock seems to be kind of at a mid-level from the past 5 years. Like, it's not the lowest, but it's also not the highest it's been. Because the highest it's been has been like $80. The lowest it's been was like 30. And right now it's like at the middle at 53. So they're doing okay. Not like pretty much nothing like Ubisoft. So yeah, it's crazy how, I mean, I guess like they confirmed that, I don't even know like what people were really looking forward to in that showcase. I think people were hoping for Metroid Prime 4, which has been, it was announced such a long time ago that like, who knows if it's even still being worked on anymore. But yeah. Maybe it's because I'm not a Nintendo guy. I don't know like what people were so excited about. Really? I don't get it. I guess Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem is really popular. I don't know why. Seems like okay. It seems okay. It seems okay. That's all there is. Like, they didn't... Like, I guess people were just, like, getting cranky and they wanted something. So I guess, like, the main thing is that I don't think we got any, like, gameplay footage of the Zelda game until now. But it was, like, 10 seconds. Like, it wasn't even, like, enough to, like, show. Like, if that's all they had to... Like, if that's all they could show... I feel like every game has like a mobile variant nowadays, but yeah. It's like Fire Emblem, like even like Fire Emblem's like main, like Fire Emblem seems like a game that doesn't even need to be on consoles. Like, you could play it on anything, because it's like, what do you need like a controller for? Like, you press like 2 buttons, you know? Like, you press the space to go to the space, and then you can, you know, press the things at the bottom of the screen. Like, it's not like it's not an active game, right? So why does it even need to be on the Switch? Just like port all the games to mobile. Like at this point it's just on the Switch, just so the Switch sells more, you know? Like they're trying to convince those last Fire Emblem fans to like, okay, Fire Emblem fans, time to buy a Switch. But yeah. Yeah, that's actually one of the games where it makes sense to be on mobile, right? But some games, like, I see it's like, we're making a mobile game, and it's like, why? But, you know. But yeah, that was fine. Video games, yes. I guess video games have not completely died yet. Not that anybody thought they were. I mean, I think gaming in general has people have lost interest recently. I think because like COVID kind of messed up a bunch of like companies' development process, so that a lot of games that were supposed to come out got delayed or came out underbaked. And I think like general interest has gone kind of down, like compared to like how it was in like, you know, years ago, like maybe like late 2010s. I know I haven't been excited for a video game in a while, mostly because it's always like I have to be cautiously optimistic. Or nowadays I'm not even like optimistic, I'm just cautious. Cautious optimism has gone to just cautious, because it's pretty hard not to be disappointed nowadays by games. But from all that news, I don't really think there's anything I could be disappointed by. I mean, like an Assassin's Creed game that isn't Valhalla is good. Looking forward to it, I guess. Hopefully my computer can run it. That's really the only thing. I think it can, though. I think it will be able to. But yeah. No, that's all I have to say. Oh, there's a Sony thing going on? Well, when was that? Was that yesterday? Oh, there's a cool new samurai game. Oh, that's also one game, like Ghost of Tsushima. I really want to play that game. I really hope it comes to the PC soon. I desperately want to play it. Seems like an awesome game. Like, it's got those stealth elements that I love in Assassin's Creed, but also the combat is like much more like skill focused, and there's a lot more complexity to it. So I hope that game comes out for PC one day. It may never come, but oh well, one can hope. I'm gonna go now though, because that's all I have to say on the matter. Next stream, we can play a game or something. Yeah. I bet this was kind of boring if you don't care about any of these games, or aren't much of a gamer in general, but I'm kind of a gamer, so I feel like I somewhat am, you know, I feel like I somewhat need to like give my opinion on these things, you know? But yeah, thanks for coming. And I'll see everyone next time. Bye-bye. I lost a subscriber from this stream, by the way. I find that really amusing. Anyways, bye-bye.